Hey everyone, it's Ivan, kitbachelor.com, out here for our first look at something new from Aimpoint as well as our friends over at Cole-Tac. I think there is a lot of value in knowing how to shoot iron sights, but at the same time, red dots are pretty awesome. For me personally, they allow me to shoot further easier, honestly. And a issue I have with a lot of red dots is exposed emitters, because you can get things in them, especially if you spend time carrying guns other than just on the range shooting some up drills. And even then, depending on weather, get stuff in the emitter, not good. So trying this guy out right here, which is the ACRO P2, made over in Sweden, at least a Swedish owned company. I think they're all made in Sweden. But yeah, Aimpoint ACRO P2. I just put it on here. Walthers are pretty cool in that when you buy them, you say, hey, I got this serial number. And they say, cool, which plate would you like? And basically they'll give you whatever footprint plate for whatever optic of your choice, and they'll send it out. So this one right here is obviously for the ACRO P2. Threw it on here, torqued it down, have not zeroed it. So going to spend some time with it today, get this thing zeroed, and I have some cans, probably throw a can on there, do a little bit of fun shooting and see how this does. So gun cases are real. I've had this one from Sneaky Bags for years now. It's a double gun case. It honestly will hold pretty much every gun I own except for one. And yeah, serves two purposes, or a gun case does. One, just transportation as far as being able to carry it back and forth relatively discreetly. Don't need to just hand carry a gun to my car. And the other part of it is protect a gun. So this does not fit very well. If you saw my video, I ended up going and actually building out a Solus rifle. This one right here with Aero precision. Thing's amazing. Also literally the longest gun I own. Pretty much every other gun I own will fit in a case that size, in part because even if the barrel is longer, pretty much everything I have has a folding stock. This does not, and it has pretty much the longest barrel of any gun I own. Ipso facto, I needed a rifle case that would actually hold that. And friends over at Cole-Tac actually just came out with a pretty cool one. So you can check this out. See what we got. Bam, fancy. This is pretty cool. One, it's waxed canvas, which is just pretty neat. And the way they made the straps, as I understand it, angled in, just carry comfortably, balanced. There's also PALS webbing on both sides, so if I want to attach pouches, I'm not sure which pouches I would put on here. Imagine the more I shoot this gun, the more I will figure out what's kind of the stuff I want to make sure I always have with this gun. But man, it'd be funny if this didn't fit, but it does. Boom. I can now carry my gun relatively discreetly, more so than just carrying a gun. And the other part about it is also protect it, to include the glass that's on it, and yeah, keep this thing from getting banged up. But got something else pretty cool from Cole-Tac, so we'll check that out. While I do have this fancy new precision long gun, I could actually use some shooting bags. Cole-Tac, if you're unfamiliar, makes all kinds of things for largely precision shooting, to include a bunch of rear bags. I actually did some filming a long time ago during my factory to table series. I went and actually got to sew up a suppressor cover, which they make, which was really cool, and shooting bags. I'll be honest, kind of outside looking in, shooting bags are kind of funny, or like PRS precision stuff is kind of funny to me in that shooting bags, it seems like usually turns into, I don't know, like golf clubs basically. Someone's like, oh, I'm gonna need a 9-iron for this. And people have like 30 different shooting bags, perfect one for every shooting position. I respect it because they're usually really good shooters. That said, being pragmatic, I'm like, I need a good shooting bag that'll take care of like 90+% of the shooting I do. And I actually have one of these, this being their, stitched by Bob, their Woobie bag. This one, however, is stretched, so you can actually squeeze it some and it'll get bigger or smaller respectively, which is really cool because that, in shooting the regular Woobie, it does a lot of things really good. Occasionally there are times when I'm like, man, I wish this would get a little bit lower, or I wish I could make this get a little bit higher. And since this has stretch, it'll do that. So I'm actually excited to try this out. Also, there are certain things you shoot off, as I've started doing some different competitions, that you can't just throw this on top of and create a shooting position. I get it, that's real. So they make this guy right here, which is their, I think it's called their Tricorne bag. Tricorne, yeah. And it's actually waxed canvas, which is pretty cool. And you can do a lot of things with this. Again, the idea of having something that will serve a lot of roles or at least cover most shooting. And so pretty much anywhere this isn't gonna cut it. Largely, I usually use this as a rear bag. I have shot off of it over something, but this, I'm sure you can use it as a rear bag also. But you can absolutely throw this on all kinds of different, I don't know, obstacles, we'll say, and shoot off of it. So yeah, looking forward to putting in time with this stuff. My day has progressed. I've moved from the long range to the short range. So time to go ahead and get this red dot zeroed. I have basically an IPSC behind me, about 25 yards. That's what I'm gonna zero on. Gonna take some shots. Hopefully I'm on paper, otherwise I'll move closer and go from there. I'm fairly certain this bag was designed for this also. Turns out that's loud without your pro. Lesson learned. Don't worry, hearing loss is permanent and cumulative. I think I'm on paper. I'm gonna shoot one more round. I am on paper, just not where I thought it was. So we're gonna make some bold, oh, that's cute. That doesn't even match up with that sweet Aimpoint. Gonna go up a lot. Definitely different than shooting rifles all day. We are getting there. We're gonna go up 5 and left 7. Can't hear them very well, but I can definitely feel them. Although I could turn my ears on, I guess they're off. Ah, the files are in the computer. All right. All right, we're going up 1 and left 3. That might do it. All right. Yes, this was shot from the other side with 5.56. I flipped it around, made it easier to shoot. First 2 rounds were actually down there, that being my point of aim. Second 2, I think were like there and there. And then that the group before last was, I think there, 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 and there maybe. So made those last adjustments, shot 6 more rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not the best pistol shot, so I'm happy with that 0. I'm now going to, well, shoot, everything's all shot up. I'm gonna mark those up and shoot just offhand, regular. It can change, so I should be close, but I'm not that good of a shot, so we'll see what I get. Got a magazine of 10 rounds, everything's marked up, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a go, see what I can do. Probably not beautiful, but it's what I got, so I'm gonna check it. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh boy, 8, 9, 10. Don't worry about that little guy. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. It seems like maybe they're a little bit to the left, but is that me putting an input on the trigger? May very well be. So I'm gonna leave it for now, put a can on it and shoot some steel and have fun. Do you remember when YouTube, in their ignorance of firearms, gave me some strikes for threading a suppressor on, saying I was building a firearm manufacturing? I remember. Idiots. All right, let's do this. Maximum effort or something. Oh, I'll tell you right now, we need more than just zeroing brightness at this point. Turn this into a fireball. Yes, this is cool. Let's do this. Even brought out the shot timer. Let's go. Oh, last one giving me problems. Oh, only caught 1 shot. I'll try that again. Oh. Whew. It's not the zero, it's me. Well, today was amazing and this range is rad. Out here at Rock Lake Rifle Range, if you're anywhere near Spokane in the Pacific Northwest, I would encourage you to check it out, maybe become a member. Amazing facility, and it actually just continues to get improved upon, which is really cool. But yeah, spent a lot of time out here shooting. I will say, so windy today, but makes for some good shooting. Got to put in time with this for the first time. It works exactly as I imagined. Able to basically squeeze this thing and have more movement than the regular version, which I think that's pretty cool. And having never used this thing, it's actually a really cool bag that seems like it will be really handy, largely shooting in those kind of unconventional positions off of something where that other bag honestly just probably wouldn't work very well. And I can now actually have my gun in a case and it fits all the way inside a case, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, man, this is just a fun gun to shoot. I'm really enjoying this Walther. And it seems like it is a great suppressor host. And this ACRO P2 is doing what I expect. On the front, definitely got some grease and whatever from when I cleaned this can. Easy to wipe that off. Same with on the back. No exposed emitter. That's a win. Also, as I understand it, this actually does pretty good on night vision, so look forward to doing some of that. But yeah, had an amazing day out here. And as I put in time with all this stuff, I'll eventually bring you guys a full review. But yeah, as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.